Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. All right, time for a therapy session. So, I just got through talking to my uncle and my grandfather. They're going to help me out with my circumstance. I didn't ask them what they're sending, but I know they're going to send what I need. And, you feel guilty. That's the word. It's guilty. Because here I am reaching a certain point where I feel like I'm at rock bottom. But I am fortunate enough to have people in my life who can really save me from these circumstances. And while I don't take advantage, nor do I reach out as much as I should, it's not because I don't love them. It's because of the stuff that I have going on. It keeps me in isolation, as I've always told you guys. So it's guilt. That's what I feel. I feel guilty. I'd imagine this is a small version of what maybe a child who has a silver spoon feels when they reach a point where they can't make it anymore, and then mommy and daddy come and bail them out. Like, you want not to be able to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm putting myself in a position to be so forthcoming, is because that's the way I can pay it forward. That's the way I can pay forward the love that I've been given from not only family and friends and people that care about me, but also what I feel has come from on high. It's put me in a position to not only go through what I'm going through and bear it, but also have family that can help me. And I'm in a fortunate position to say that they're gonna do that for me. And as I hold my shares fighting this fight, they're supporting that. I just want to put myself in a position to be able to pay that forward somehow, to carry the legacy on, that I'm to be someone that's not just a taker, to be someone that's not always asking for help. It's always sitting there in this weakened space where I'm sitting here saying, oh, I can't make it, or don't feel like it's strong enough, or whatever. That is not how I want to be going forward. And I think that's what I want to share with all of you guys. It's like, not everybody has a family that'll help them out, or people that'll help them out. Maybe you might not have that. But because of the hard work that my grandfather put into his life and my uncle put into their lives, they were in a position to be able to help me in a time where I didn't have a opportunity, or not the opportunity, but to have the leg to stand and help myself. And you can be that. You can be that for your family. You can be that for your kids. You can be that for your grandkids, even if you don't have but $1 in your pocket. Your efforts, your diligence, your resilience, your dreams, and your hard work will put you in a position to do that. Maybe you're like me and you don't feel like you have it all together, but if you use the resources around you, if you use your brain, if you put yourself in a position to fight your demons and fight those shortcomings that may try to weigh you down, I believe you can put yourself in a position to be that help for someone, as my grandfather and my uncle have been for me. And that's what I'm hopeful I can do for myself with the help that they've given me in this moment. Try to do the hard work of overcoming what it is I got to overcome, or manage it better and more effectively, so that I'm not in a position to ever need nor want from anyone again. And that's what it's about, man. I let myself get out of hand. I find myself with the habits of a person that doesn't work as hard as he should. Habits of a person that doesn't help himself, but will sit back and feel negatively about that, the results of that. And while I try to pay it forward here, there's still more that can be done. And that accountability is where the healing starts. So this is more of an encouragement. This is not me necessarily telling you how I feel. I feel fine. I really do. It's not, I feel saved. I feel like my prayers are being answered, but it's not just about the prayers that I'm praying for myself. It's more so about the help that I wish to be for someone else, and how far I am away from being that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like I can be saved. I can, whatever my fate will be that. But if I find myself weaker after this, if I find myself with less substance to provide in this camera, it's all for naught. Maybe I don't have $1 trillion to hand to everybody in the streets to make sure that their lives are better, but I can use these experiences of these struggles. I could use the experience of forgetting that I had people that love me. You understand what I'm saying? Not necessarily forgetting, but feeling isolated to myself and feeling comfortable in this space where I don't ask for help. I could use those experiences and tell you where not to go. I can use the experiences of not holding myself accountable and letting things get out of hand to tell you that there's fruit in finding accountability first, even though it's a hard thing to do. even though it's difficult to look yourself in the mirror and say it's my fault that things have gotten out of hand, or it's my doing to fix those issues. You know, a lot of times we feel like the more difficult thing to do is to appear vulnerable, or to appear, yeah, I guess you could say that. The more difficult thing to do may be to appear vulnerable. And I think that it is very difficult to appear vulnerable. It's easy to stick my chest out and say, I got it all together, or to start capping and say, yo, I'm the greatest of all time, look at my shine, and do all these different things that isn't really representative of how I feel, that isn't really representative of the struggle I'm going through. Your truth is valuable no matter what it is, whether it be triumph or failure, because what it can do is provide another example, yet another perspective that will allow others a navigating path through these waters, these treacherous waters that is this earth. You know, that's what it's about in my mind. It's like, if I'm to sit here and lie to you about what I'm going through, that of which I'm going through does nothing for anyone but myself. And even in going through it, if I'm not honest about it, I'm missing the point. I'm missing the purpose. I'm missing what it is that going through it is actually going to provide me in terms of making myself better, because you're always looking to ignore that reality, and in doing so you never ever actually gain what it's actually supposed to do for you. So all of that has been said to say, that's why I overshare in this camera. That's why I'm always talking about what I'm going through. That's why I don't mind being seen as somebody who doesn't have it all together, or may not necessarily be all there up top all the time. It's because if I pretend I am, knowing that I'm not showing anybody anything true. And truth is what's going to help you get through these situations, whatever they may be. Not somebody lying about how they got through what it is they got through. Do you understand what I'm saying? Each and every person's experiences is yet another example of how to get through this world. And to be honest with you, this thing don't come with a handbook. So it is those experiences that are supposed to teach us how to move. It is that truth and that transparency and those honesty moments, and those honest moments where you can say, hey, this is what I got going on. This is why I ran into this wall. It's because I did this set of things, or that thing that I shouldn't have done. You know what I mean? So those lies rob people of that wisdom. That cap and cheats people out of the best way to navigate. So that's what it's about, man. I'm trying to be a leader in that way. I'm not a great man, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I think at the end of the day, if you're transparent and you tell people what it is that you have going on as it pertains to your business, not talking about other people's and all that other stuff, but giving them the path that you've taken, you'll help them. You'll help them, man. You'll help them a lot more than you will by lying and saying what it is that you didn't go through. You know, saying what it is that ain't real. Because that's going to have them leading in a path that thinks that they can do what it is that you didn't do and get the results that you were lying about saying you have. And I think that that's something that people who call themselves responsible, call themselves real people, that's something that they ultimately don't want. So you got to overcome that desire to withhold what it is that's best to share. Now, some things are not best to share, and you got to discern that. You know, I have discerned that as well, but in living my life, looking at how I am, you got to take what you can get from the situation, and what I've been willing to give is probably more than what most would be comfortable giving. You know, but I think it's my purpose. I think at the end of the day, you just got to take it. You know, you just got to take what come with it. And so I stand on that truth, and you know, this is who I am, man. My name is BDF 44. I got a lot of passions. I got a lot of things that I feel I'm good at. I got a lot of things that I know I'm not good at. You know what I mean? I made some mistakes. I've dealt with some traumas, had some things happen, did some things I shouldn't have did. All of that is true. But at the end of the day, my path, as honest as it is going to give you one more perspective. And that's why that perspective needs to be honest. So that's what I'm about, man. BDF 44. This ain't going to be no extra long therapy session. I've received help from my family. Praise God for that. I'm thankful. There's a relief on my back, but at the same time, I have a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do to get myself out of the mental hole that I put myself in. And so as that journey continues, I'll be sharing that with you, and we're going to make something out of this one way or another. My name is BDF 44 once again. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.